Good evening, everyone. My topic for today is all about the traditional grammar. The term traditional grammar refers to the collection of prescriptive rules and concepts about the structure of language that is commonly taught in schools. So why we say traditional grammar refers to the collection of prescriptive rules, and why it is also called as uh, why it is also commonly taught in schools. It's because when we say prescriptive is the traditional approach of grammar that tells people how to use English language, what forms they should utilize, and what functions they should serve. That only means that traditional grammar is formal and understandable. It is also proper, while when we say the opposite of prescriptive is the descriptive one, which means that it describes how people use the language without regard to its correctness. So there is no right or wrong in the forms of descriptive. So the people uh just choose what forms they should use and what is their way of writing it. So that's the descriptive grammar. It does not follow with the prescriptive. So prescriptive and traditional is almost the same because it is more proper, formal use type of writing, and it follows and obeys the rules. Traditional English grammar, also referred to as school grammar, is largely based on the principles of Latin grammar, not on modern linguistic research in English, because the descriptive one often uh, is more modern because of its type of words. Traditional grammar also defines what is and is not correct in the English language, not accounting for culture or modernizing in favor of maintaining tradition. So, similarly on the prescriptive grammar, traditional grammar defines what is and not correct in the English language. So, it is very obvious that the traditional grammar is very proper. It deals with the correct forms of writing. when when we are writing an article, it is very important that we should use the traditional grammar type because it is proper and it follows the subject verb agreement on the the proper way of how you should write your sentence, and it does not have any jargon words. It is straight to the point. And grammar, because it is fairly rigid and rooted in the ways of the past, traditional grammar is often considered outdated and regularly criticized by experts because today the people often use there are a lot of languages that just rise in today in the 21st century, but traditional grammar is an old school, not a modern type, but it is very formal and understandable. Even so, many children learn this proper historical form of grammar today because as just like what I say, the traditional grammar is formal and it is taught in schools. So we as students often understand it clearly, and it is straight to the point, formal, and understandable. So that's all. Thank you.